are you doing? Hoping that you're doing well. Shaz McKenna here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm always glad to have you around, watching my videos, hitting that subscribe button, sharing on my videos, and even commenting on my videos, guys. May the Lord really bless you so much. So guys, in this channel, we are talking about the 21st generation miss-offs. These are the things that are missing in our generation, and they are causing us to live the kind of life we are living, you know. I know you can analyze our generation, and if you look at the previous videos that I've posted, we have a lot of things that we've been talking about that have been missing in this generation. You can afford to miss that, guys. Check back on those videos and get updated on what we've been talking about. So today, guys, we're going to talk about the principles of following to be followed, you know. To begin with, I know in the previous videos we've been talking about social media and all that, and in social media we follow people, right? And we also have followers. For example, in Instagram, I know you have followers who follow you even on Instagram, and you also have people that you follow. That is my best social media platform. I love IG, by the way. And if you look at Facebook, you friend request people, and other people friend request you, you know. That means that in as much as you want to gain something from someone, there are people also who want to gain something from you. But to begin with, guys, as I began this video, I was walking around. I turned here and my eyes could see something. So I was trying to follow to see what exactly was catching my attention. But little did I know that it's kind of... okay, I saw some small tiny insects moving in a very amazing manner, and it took my attention, and I opted to follow and see what's happening ahead. But getting to the end of the same, I realized that it was just a small insect having its own way, doing its own things, you know. It's outside here, so they have their own agendas and living their own life, you know. So I realized anyway, I was just following something tiny, but I've grasped something different, something new. Though now, it wasn't that much important, you know. That is the case. So do you have people that you follow? Right now you're following me. That is why you're hitting that subscribe button. That is why you're listening to this video. And again, do you have people that are following you? Of course, yes. Some of them you know them, others you don't know them. Others are just following you behind the scene. That tells you that as you live this life, no matter the kind of life that you're living, be careful on how you live your life, because you never know who are following you. Some of them have said you know them, others you don't know. You know nothing about them. So there are people who are following you behind the scenes, whereas you don't know they're following you. Others are following you, whereas they have made up their mind to follow you, you know. So as you live this life, live it for others. Live it as if you're not living your own life. Like, you're not living for yourself, you're also living for others. There are people who are looking up on you. So as you're following, number one, we said that the principle of following to be followed. So I believe you're following someone, and someone behind you is following you. And then we began by saying that as people are following you, number one, they may follow you knowingly that they have chosen. I want to follow Shaz. I want to hear what Shaz says in her channel. I like how she dresses. I like how she does her thing, you know. So I want to follow her. So people may follow you because they like something about you. And there are some other people who follow you not because they have... that big reason and they want to really tell you that they're following you, but behind the scene there's something that they like about you that maybe you know nothing about, and they just want to follow you. That is the kind of life we're living. So guys, as you live this life, live the life that is worthy living for others. You know, at times we do things and we're like, after all, I dressed that way because I want to look good. But there's someone else somehow is looking at me and saying, if Ishaz can just put on such kind of dress or such kind of clothing, even I can do the same thing, because after all, I like a life. So as you dress, as you do anything in life, remember, there are people who are following you, knowingly or unknowingly. Some of them that you know that they are following you knowingly, lead them to the right path, you know. Live the life that is going to make you impact their lives, you know. So live life so that you can live to bless the Lord, so that you can live a happy life, so that you can live a life that is going to be a blessing to them that are following you behind the back. and to them that are really looking up onto you, and they're like, I want to be like her, by the way. I want to embrace a life like hers. So I never know. Some of them, I don't know about them. You don't know actually about those people. Some of them, we say some of them, others you don't know. So you have to live a life that is worth it, living a life that you're sure that even though I do 1, 2, 3 things, it's not going to influence anyone negatively. That is one way of living. And again, as you're being followed, I believe you have people that you're following, Are you a good followers? Are you a good follower? I do have people that you're following. As you follow them, are you following them to gain something positive? Are you following them to get impacted? Are you following them to be blessed? Are you following them so that you can get changed? What is your main reason as to why you might be following them? Ask yourself such kind of a reason and start to follow people based on what you can really benefit from them, not negatively, positively. And guys, there's going to be a really great change in your life. There's going to be a really great thing in your life that is really going to make a lot of impact in your life. Then again, there are people who want to always be followed, but they don't want to follow anyone. For example, you want people to learn from you, and then again, you don't want to learn from anyone. That is not the principle. The principle is that you follow as you're being followed. So you're following someone, and others are following you. So that means that if you choose to follow the negative impact of your life, people that are impacting you negatively, them that are behind you are going to be impacted negatively. If you choose to follow people to gain some positive impact, them that are following you are going to be impacted positively. So choose what to follow and follow wisely. It is the principle of following to be followed. So you have to follow. The Bible says that Paul told them, follow me as I follow Christ. So if the one you're following is not following anyone that basing on what you want to gain, don't follow them. And before you follow, by the way, you must have some concrete reason for following someone, by the way. You don't just follow blindly, like, because, sheep are the animals that I know that follow blindly. In that if you lead one sheep this way, all the other sheep, they don't care what is going to happen. They just follow. So don't follow blindly. Follow with a reason. What is it that I want to follow? Why am I even following them, by the way? Does it mean anything to me? Does it make any impact to me? Does it even influence me in one way or the other? Is it really important? Do I have to follow? So follow with your mind, like intentionally. I want to follow for one reason or the other. And if you really want to follow someone, you have to scrutinize seriously their lives, how they do things and everything. Do you like them? Do you want to merge into their position? Do you want to become like them? If not really, you don't have a reason to follow. But if you have that reason that is really guaranteeing you to follow them, then follow them. Borake tu, vitu zenye una-analyze zinakaa poa zako kufollow. Praise God. So guys, follow wisely so that you can be followed wisely. And if you are following someone, believe me or not, they might not be knowing, or they might be knowing, but again, you shouldn't stick into maybe becoming an exact replica of someone. To some point, you might follow someone and they have itches in one way or the other. By the way, we have flaws, we have weaknesses, we have challenges in life. So you might love 90% of me or 95% of me. I mean, you might love 90% of someone. I don't want to be me because you're not talking about me here, though I also have followers, So you might love 90%, 95% of the people you're following. But the 5% is really wanting. You don't really like about that about them. So what you do, you emulate the 95%. Then the 5% try to change and become better than what you see in them. Don't copy everything. Don't emulate everything. Be selective. Be choosy. Filter that content that you want to really gain. Because we're not perfect. The only person who is perfect is God, and that is why we also follow Christ. So that is the principle of following to be followed. Now I want you to evaluate your life and look at yourself and ask yourself, by the way, do I live myself to influence people that are following me? Like, as I'm walking alive on earth, am I living my life for others so that someone can follow me and become better? The way you do, if you're putting on your clothes, if you're trying to do something here and there, walking around, your talks, your actions and everything, do they emulate? Are they emulatable? That is the point. Can someone copy and do them? Not exactly, but do you think someone you're worthy looking up onto and someone following you? If not, live your life for others. Try and change and become that which you want to be, so that you can really be of great benefit to them that are really following you. And the Lord is really going to bless you. Lastly, guys, I'm really encouraging you to subscribe to this channel. And by the way, happy new month. It's April and God has really been good to you that you've been able to see this month. Happy new month. So if you've not yet hit that subscribe button, kindly subscribe and God is really going to bless you so much. And comment on the comment section, share, and all through God is going to really do you good. So follow me on my Spotify. I'll be sharing on the same topic, but in a different dimension. We're not going to share the same content, but the principle is following to be followed. So we're going to talk about that today in the podcast that is at Shaz McKenna, and you're going to get impacted for the greatness that is in you, and God is going to really change you. Is really going to influence you. It is gonna be perspicacious, very insightful, and God is going to bless you. Bye. See you in the next video. Follow wisely.